So it's actually December at the moment rather than January when I'm recording this because I'm going to be away for Christmas, but I knew that I just absolutely had to get this out. So many people were waiting for an update on what I've been doing with my life, and I needed to get it done. So yeah, let's kick right into this bad boy. Basically, pretty much shit all's changed on this account. I think I was like 92 Slayer, possibly 93 Slayer at this time last year. I was kicking in, fully intention to keep slaying Kraken. I'm pretty sure I was slaying Kraken at the time, and I had like 4,000 kills. But now I have 11,420 Kraken kills, all of them from the big guy himself. Still doing that and still trying to do 99 Slayer entirely from Kona Maiden or whatever the hell her full name is. But I haven't done a Slayer task since about April or May, I'd say. Because I came into the year pretty settled with intentions to just keep plodding along, keep playing, but then early on in January I ended up getting a new job. So start of February I moved halfway across the country, set up at a new place, new job, didn't take my computer with me. I played a little bit of old school RuneScape on the cell phone, but then after about a month in my new place we hit lockdown. Still didn't have a computer and just couldn't really be fucked playing old school or any sort of RuneScape on my phone for quite a while, and I stopped playing this account. Said they'd pretty much piss all to update on that. I doubt there ever will be again because I've lost like all motivation to actually do anything on this account. Got some nice gear in there, shit. But yeah, this account's probably just going to sit dormant. I mean, look at that. This is the one thing that would make me want to come back. I'd end up with about 1,000 brimstone keys, and I think it'd be pretty cool to open them. But it's never going to happen. Like, oh fucking hell. This is the other reason why I don't want to come back, because I'm doing my farming with like 2 palm trees, 5 willow trees, and a calquat tree a day, and it's just fucking miserable. This is not a fun account to play. See, I stopped playing back in like April or March because I just didn't care. This was too much effort to play when I was trying to do workout or anything like home. And I was playing other games on my phone instead, and gave up on it until the leagues came around. I started playing a bit of that back right when it came out, and I finished roughly a week or so ago. Shit, I fucking logged out as soon as I finished, didn't I? Yeah, so I started this account on the first day, and I played it, I think, for about 40 something days, with a goal of maxing it rather than Hunter. But I fucked up. Like, I actually fucked up. I was doing the Lost Tribe quest, and at one point you have to like sort of complete the Tears of Guthix. I fucked up and I fully completed Tears of Guthix and got myself some Hunter XP for the first time ever in old school RuneScape, which was kind of interesting. But yeah, I just maxed this account out instead of doing anything interesting on it. Like my league points are pretty fucking low. I don't even know where this is going to end up getting me within the grand scheme of things. I did relics. I did endless harvest because I'm a lazy git. Last recall because I'm lazy. Fluid strikes again because I'm kind of lazy and melee seems like the best. Natural selection because if you pick treasure seek us, I reckon you're a dumbass. Equilibrium to make Bible skills go a whole lot faster, what were traditionally Bible skills go a whole lot faster, and then draining strikes because I wanted to gather resources from Slayer monsters a whole lot easier. Yeah, this was kind of fun, and this is probably the reason why I don't think I could ever go back to playing a normal old school account, because it's just so fucking slow. Even when I was having to spend like a day or 2 days completing a skill, I got bored. Like I remember I did my smithing and magic with superheating without the goldsmith gauntlets for quite a bit of it, and I had about 10,000 gold ore to do, and it was fucking miserable. I hated it. I wanted to kill myself the entire time. Wasn't fun, but I mean, overall the account was kind of fun. I got it done with a whole lot more time to spare than I was expecting. The two skills that I was expecting to hold me up were farming, which I ended up overshooting by quite a lot because I did a fair amount of Fossil Island Withens in order to get the bones I needed for prayer, as well as a whole bunch of tree seeds. And herb lore, which was one of my last skills completed, and I ended up just making a whole bunch of random shit pots, like a whole bunch of super combats, even though that's probably a waste. Some fishing potions next to my lovely snape grass. Yeah, it's kind of fun. I didn't play efficiently at all. I'm actually curious to see what my playtime on this was. We're going to Lumbridge. This is terribly exciting watching, I imagine. Yeah, in something like 40 something days. Let's see how much I played. I played 13. So I did actually do quite a lot of AFKing while I was at work in the office, doing pure essence, day alt essence, Karen bonds, teak trees, that kind of shit when I was at work. Yeah, that's pretty much my RuneScape journey for the year, and probably for the foreseeable future. It'll have to take something pretty significant to get me back playing again. And I'm not sure what I'm going to use as B-roll footage for the next year's video, which is what I've been saying for the last 2 years. 2 years? 3 years? 3 years. Fucking hell, I'm a disgusting person. Yeah, otherwise life's going pretty swimmingly, pretty fantastically, I'd say. I'd say that 2020's been one of my better years personally. Mentioned before, I finally moved out of home, moved to a new city by myself with no real support base, started a new job. I can love the job. It's pretty much working for what I would call like my dream company. The work itself is average, but the place that I work is just so fucking cool that I don't care. And I've managed to get through the entire year without breaking down. The whole lockdown was a bit interesting. Here in New Zealand, we pretty much just spent about 6 weeks where I left the house maybe twice a week. Otherwise, I just sat inside the entire time. And those times I was leaving the house, it was me literally walking to the supermarket 10 minutes away, buying 3-4 days worth of groceries, and walking straight home. That was it. And I guess that worked because we got out of lockdown pretty quickly and intact, and now everything's back to normal. But yeah, I think I'm living a good life, I reckon. And hope to see you this time next year. So I'm recording this in December. I'll probably chuck it to upload in January because I don't actually know when I'm going to be back home at a computer. I haven't bothered trying to sort out a return ticket after New Year's or anything yet. But yeah, sayonara.